Hey guys, it's me, Faith. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you aren't new and you're already subscribed to me, welcome back to my channel because I haven't made a video in probably quite a while actually. But I'm going to be discussing in this video about what I'm going to be doing to my channel from now on. Or at least for a long while before changing it, maybe. I don't know. But what I'm going to be doing to my channel is I'm going to maybe be vlogging or making videos about me reading books, okay? Yay! So I'm going to be explaining what books I'm reading, which are romance and dark romance. I'm also going to be kind of explaining the ones I have read and the ones I haven't read. So the first ones I'm going to be explaining are the ones I have read. I'm going to give you a quick summary of the books I'm going to be reading, or books I know of at least. And the books I'm going to be reading, obviously. So the first book, I've read this, Haunting Adeline. Okay, so Haunting Adeline is, I'm not gonna spoil anything, kind of, but Haunting Adeline, if you like the stalker trope, it's about a girl named Adeline. She is a public author, and she moves into her grandmother's house after she dies in Seattle, and then there's Zane. He meets, doesn't meet. They they lock eyes during their during her book event, her signing event. And this guy Zane gets immediately obsessed with her for her looks and maybe her personality, and he ends up stalking her, and then they end up falling in love in the end. There's a second book called Hunting Adeline, but I haven't read that yet. It's back there. So yeah, my next book that I read is called God of Fury. God of Fury is another good book, which is the first book I actually started, but one of my last ones to finish since I hadn't had that much time to read books until recently, in the last month. What was it called? God of Fury is about two men, Brandon King and Nikolai Sokolov, which I love him. He's my man, okay? He's my man, hand in hand to hunt back and love like nobody else can. He's my man, I've been down. No, nobody has to understand me and my anyways, it starts when Brandon, I don't remember. I think Brandon tries to save Landon from some type of crazy event, and then he ends up meeting Nikolai, and then Nikolai gets obsessed with Brandon because literally Brandon does not want Nikolai whatsoever. And he starts stalking Brandon. They also fall in love, but there's lots of angst, which is sadness. There's lots of madness. There's lots of love. In the end, they fall in love. Obviously, they get married in the end. But it's a really good book. Took me a long time to read it. But yeah, if you plan on if you like that type of book, it's also stalker trope. It's like enemies to lovers also trope kind of thing. Then don't read that book first. Go in order. The series is called The Legacy of Gods, if you didn't know that. But yeah. And then a romance book I read so far, Twisted Love. So Twisted Love is by Ana Huang. What's it called? Because there's another Twisted Love. It's like a dark romance version, but this is a romance version. So anyways, Twisted Love is about, it's about Ava Chen and Alex Volkov. So Alex Volkov is technically forced to watch Ava Chen because her brother, Josh Chen, is really protective over her, and Josh is like leaving to go across the country, I think. I don't remember. To study or do something medical wise. And they're like kind of enemies, I guess, at the start. Like, they don't like each other. They're like not really like fond of each other. And then as the story goes on, they fall in love, and I just love it. And then at the end, like near the end, she gets betrayed by like many people in her life, and it's literally near the same timeline. So then she stops trusting those people, and then you'll find out what happens in the end. I love the story. That book was really good in my opinion. So if you like the book, or like what I'm talking about right now, the series is called the Twisted series by Ana Huang. It goes Twisted Love, Twisted Games, Twisted Hate, and then Twisted Lies. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, this is awkward because it's my first video explaining this and stuff. So I have only read those 3 books so far, but I'm going to name books I haven't read that I know a little bit of at least. Let me think. Okay, the next book I'm going to be talking about is Lights Out. So the book is about a girl named Allie, right? She's a nurse, or whatever. She watches this guy named the Faceless Mask on like TikTok or BookTok or whatever on social media, okay? Then she texts his old like sleeping partner, Tyler, saying that he like should totally like wear a mask and come over to her house, just like the guy in the photo that she sends him. She sends him the photo of the guy, faceless man, and Tyler doesn't respond because like they're over. And instead of replying, he shows this photo to his roommate Josh, which then Josh recognizes the guy in the photo as him, like himself. So then after, I think he like stalks her in a mask, which I think she really enjoys, since we already know it's obvious that like she loves guys in masks. Like, guys wear masks. So, they end up, I think they end up falling in love. I don't remember exactly because I haven't read the book yet. But yeah, that's pretty much what happens. Another book I'm going to kind of recommend or read, which I'm kind of starting this book already, but I'm not too far in the book. So, I think it's good enough to like, put it up there. This one is called Kiss the Villain by Rena Kent. Okay. So So it's pretty much like I know what this book is pretty much about. Jesus. But sorry. So Kiss of Villain's about a guy named Gareth Carson. He is a part of the I think the Heathens. Like what I recommended earlier, God of Fury. He's a part of the group where God of Fury, God of Malice, God of Wrath, I don't know what the hell it's a part of. And it starts off with Gareth trying to do a mission where he's trying to like drug Julian, which is in the second book, Hunt the Villain, which I have right there, but I don't want to bring it up, so I'm going to put it on the screen. But anyways, he tries to drug Julian from the second book, Hunt the Villain, and do something with him. And then he ends up finding out that the guy that he drugged, or tried to drug at least, isn't Julian, and that it's actually Caden Lockwood. Caden Lockwood is like a criminal as well as Gareth, but he also works for, like, he works as a teacher for law, like, it's like something law, like, he teaches law. Yeah. But anyways, then he ends up doing something to Gareth, okay? Gareth gets pissed off at the guy. He's like, I don't want to meet him ever again. And then, I think it was a couple days later, he goes to class and he finds out he's a new professor. And he finds out that the guy is Gareth. I mean, not Gareth. Pause. He finds out that the guy is Caden Lockwood. The guy who did something to him a couple nights before, or the night before. I don't remember. And then it's like an enemies to lovers trope thing too. And it's teacher and student trope and age gap trope, I guess. I think that's a trope. I think those are tropes. And in the end, they fall in love. Okay, and then the second book, I don't know anything about it. I just got it the other day. Hunt the Villain. Hunt the Villain. It's about Vaughn and Julian. Yeah. That is probably gonna be one of my favorite books because I know a little bit about it, but I don't know too much about it to like go into detail and summary about it. But yeah. So that's gonna be for today. That's gonna be all for today. Thank you, and